Hello guys and welcome to this video. This is MDubs here, and with the completion of the Booster Course Pass, I will be re-ranking all of the courses in Mario Kart series to ultimately come up with my top 264 Mario Kart tracks. I will be taking a look at all the titles from Super Mario Kart through Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and ranking the courses in each game. I will not be including the Super Circuit SNES tracks or any of the arcade games. I will not be including Mario Kart Tour content within this series. You can expect some Mario Kart Tour rankings at a later point. Up next is Mario Kart 64. It's my 6th favorite game in the series. It only has a G-score of 2. Back in 1996, it was the best thing since sliced bread. Racing as all your favorite Mario characters, this time in 3D. Unfortunately, it is just aged terribly. As a result, a lot of the tracks aren't up to par with the ones we have today. Let's talk about the ranking system. So here's the ranking system really quickly. Each track will be rated out of 100. This will be its total T-score, represented in yellow. The closest to 100 it is, the better the track is. I once again have the GEM system, which stands for Game, Entertainment, Music, and Scenery. G for Game, represented in orange, is a rating of 1 to 5 on how much I like the game that the course is from. E for Entertainment, represented in red, is a rating of 1 to 75 on how fun I think the course is. M for Music, represented in blue, is a rating of 1 to 15 on how much I enjoy the course's music. I previously had this rated out of 10, but I think the music really does help determine how much I like a course. S for Scenery, represented in green, is a rating of 1 to 5 on how much I enjoy a course's scenery. I previously had this rated out of 10 as well, but I don't think scenery has too much of an impact on how much I like a course. Add those 4 factors together to get your T-score. Once again, I have a tiering system, however it's changed up a bit. A score's T-score will place it in a tier. 0 through 29 will put it in the F tier. These tracks leave much to be desired. 30 to 44 is in the D tier, and these tracks aren't that great, but they have some redeeming qualities. 45 through 59 is the C tier. I don't mind these tracks, but there's better ones. And then 60 to 74 is the B tier. I like these tracks quite a bit. And then 75 through 89 is the A tier. I really like these tracks, but they're not my all-time favorites. 90 through 94 is the S tier. These tracks are extremely fun to play on with lots of good qualities. And then 95 through 100 is the SS tier, and that's a new tier that I'm putting into my ranking videos, but these tracks are the best of the best. They are legendary. With all that out of the way, let's get to the ranking. Number 16, Sherbet Land. The ice physics in this game are horrible, and you'll be sliding away in this course, and it's not even Super Mario 64. It's just not very fun at all. The music is very enjoyable though. Number 15, Toad's Turnpike. This course just stinks. There's times where those strokes are right next to each other and you have no room to drive at all. Mirror mode for this course is enough to give anyone nightmares. Number 14, Luigi Raceway. It's a classic for sure. Drive through the racetrack and see yourself on the screen right before you hit the tunnel, but there's nothing interesting in it at all. It's just straight driving. Number 13, Rainbow Road. This is a rare instance where a course with perfect music and perfect scenery ranks this badly on my list. But you already know it. This course is ridiculously long with no challenge at all. The entire course is surrounded by guardrails. It is the biggest chore out of every single Mario Kart track ever. Number 12, Moo Moo Farm. It's a circle. Watch out for the moles in this course. However, they're a lot more forgiving than the ones in Donut Plains from the previous game. Number 11, Mario Raceway. Nothing exciting about this one either. Less straightaways than Luigi Raceway. The giant pipe at the end is really cool, I suppose. Number 10, Wario Stadium. A bit on the long side, but this is easily the track with the most room to maneuver, so pulling off boosts here is easier and thus makes this track a little bit more thrilling. Number 9, DK's Jungle Parkway. One of the jankiest tracks in this game. If you go off-road, your cart will be pelted. The giant jump is extremely awkward. You make one of the roughest landings possible, and then the sharpest left turn ever. Number 8, Frappe Snowland. It's a snow course, but a bit more forgiving on the ice physics than Sherbet Land. The scenery is just flat out beautiful, thus setting it to the top half of the list. Number 7, Banshee Boardwalk. A welcome addition to this game. The boardwalk is somewhat satisfying to drive on. The little haunted house at the end is a nice touch too. For an early ghost level, it's fairly unique, and the music is somewhat decent as well. The only issue is that sometimes it's really difficult to see. Number 6, Calamari Desert. A classic that's been remade and improvised quite a bit. The classic version is still one of the better ones in this game. At times, a giant train will appear and you'll have to come to a full stop to avoid getting hit by it. If you have enough of a lead, you can run away with the race for sure, but if you're not far enough ahead, then it can be anyone's game. Number 5. Royal Raceway. Another classic. A raceway track with a lot to it. Lots of fun turns and even a giant jump that you don't have to make an awkward turn for. You can even head over to Peach's Castle if you feel like it. Number 4. Choco Mountain. Well, this track is extremely janky, but the music to it is incredible. Watch out for the giant boulders at the end, but watch out for the walls even more, as if you touch one, your car will spin out. The bumpy hills and corkscrew turns make this course a bit better than the others. Number 3. Yoshi Valley. The only issue is if you fall, Lakitu will take forever to pick you up. This concept was later reintroduced in DK Summit for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. But this course is awesome. Several split paths to where even the game doesn't recognize what place you're in. A bit narrow at parts, but if you're careful, you'll be fine. Number 2. Bowser's Castle. The first 3D Bowser's Castle. It already has a lot more to it than the 2D ones. Race inside and outside of the castle. Watch out for the statue that breathes fire and the lava geysers right at the end. Be careful not to be squished by the thwomps, as they can maneuver around rather quickly and catch you off guard. The music is bone-chilling enough to let you know that you're in danger. There's enough in this track to give it the number 2 spot, but the number 1 spot is barely given to number 1, Koopa Troopa Beach. This course is really awesome. It has 2 shortcuts, one if you're daring enough, and one if you don't want to take as much of a risk. Unfortunately, since this is an early course, it suffers from a lot of jank. A mushroom is almost always required for any ramp that you take, or you will spin out. The trees will also cause you to spin out, but the course is wide enough to where you have lots of room to maneuver and catch lots of speed. The music is one of the best in the entire series. Anyway, that's it for the Mario Kart 64 ranking. It was the best thing in its time, but over 25 years later, it's just aged badly in comparison to other Mario Kart titles. Up next will be my Mario Kart Super Circuit rankings. Until then, thanks for watching, and this is MDubs signing out.